Johnny Depp has been having a really rough few weeks as a judge just ruled in favor of The Sun in the libel suit that Johnny placed against them, dismissing the charges against the newspaper after they labeled Johnny a wife beater. And then because of Johnny losing this lawsuit, he was asked to leave the Fantastic Beasts franchise as well. But it seems that he still has lots of supporters within the industry, as over the weekend he won the Actor with Unique Visual Sensitivity Prize for his drama Minamata at this year's virtual Camera Image Festival. But the strange part of the award was that he posted a photo of him accepting it behind bars. And by that I mean he was literally standing behind bars in a jail cell when he took that picture, with the cell being located in the Bahamas. But he was obviously not in jail, as in the picture he's wearing normal clothes, smiling and holding and pointing to the trophy. The Pirates of the Caribbean star wrote an acceptance letter to the event's organizers, in which he expressed gratitude towards the cinematographers that he has worked with throughout his 36-year career, with him talking about the incredibly special relation the actor and the cinematographer have when filming. And there was no mention as to why he took that picture in a jail cell behind bars, but fans are applauding his sense of humor, with them thinking that this photo was taken in jail to signify how he's not going to jail, and he's even won an award, even though Amber Heard wanted to ruin his career and put him behind bars. Fans are also going crazy over his blonde hair too. His new film closed the one-week event, which is usually held in Poland, on Saturday. In the film, Depp plays a war photographer who travels to Japan to document the effects that mercury poisoning had on the coastal cities in the 1970s. But even though this win is a great honor, I'm sure it's not Johnny's top of mind, since it was just announced a few weeks ago that Johnny had lost his libel case when a judge ruled that he attacked his ex-wife Amber Heard 12 times and said he became a monster when he binged on drinks and drugs. And then as a result of that, he's now stepping down from his role as Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts 3. But Johnny has assured his fans that he is innocent and he will be appealing the decision by the judge in the libel case, saying in an Instagram statement on the matter, "Finally, I wish to say this. The surreal judgment of the court in the UK will not change my fight to tell the truth, and I confirm that I plan to appeal. My resolve remains strong, and I intend to prove that the allegations against me are false. My life and career will not be defined by this moment in time." But some good news is that Johnny will actually still be paid the full amount he would have received from the movie, roughly $10 million, because the contract was in his favor. So that's really all for the story as of now. Why do you think Johnny made the choice to post this picture in jail? I'd love to know your thoughts below. Not gonna lie, when I first saw it, I was like a tad bit confused until I went on Twitter and I was like, oh, okay, like that makes some sense now. But before I head out, I'm going to shout out some comments from my video on the whole Trisha, James, and Charlie feud that was a disaster over the weekend. Era said, "Is the 95 million not enough for you?" Love the sarcasm from James. Seriously, like that whole feud and that whole video made me respect James so much, especially because his, from his past scandal, like he's really just grown and matured so much, and I love that he's just so real. Like, you know what I mean? Like the fact that he even kind of had the guts to call her out at that. He's at their dinner on their channel, all this stuff, and he's like, what? Like what you're saying is ridiculous. Like he needed to call that out. Literally, I stan James so hard in this whole situation. Then Detrimental C said, "Did James steal Trisha's man or something? Cause this is always coming from at this point. If it ain't personal, I don't know what it is." I couldn't agree more. In that last video, I was so confused. Like, what is this hate for James that all these like older creators have, like Jeffrey, Shane, and Trisha? Like, why do they hate him? What did they do? It kind of makes me think, honestly, that something might have happened, that might be coming out, who knows, but it's like, I truly don't understand it either. Then Charlie said, "Well, she called us numbers, then she'll lose some numbers." Couldn't agree more. I might get a little bit of hate for this, but honestly, when I first saw that video, before it was being reported that she was losing followers, anything, I unfollowed her on TikTok. I just felt that the way she said it kind of pissed me off. Like it was just kind of like, oh, like, I wish I could hit 1 million. Like, and then the fact that she did that like weird face, like she was like, oh, I was just joking. Like after James clocked her, she was like, oh, I was just joking. Like she did like a weird face. That didn't sit right with me. That felt really, really two-faced. So I was like, honestly, I gotta hit with the unfollow. Sorry if you disagree, but that's just what I did. Alright guys, that is all for the video today. Thanks so much for sticking around. If you made it all the way here, I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you liked and want to see more. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Jesus.